This is for people who want to make more money. This is for people who are entrepreneurs. This is for people who want to understand money better. That way they can have more of it. Welcome back to the Life Juice Podcast with me, HV Life Coach, where we talk about how to awaken, reset, and transform your mindset, habits, and life for more positive, ideal results. Today, we're going to talk about 4 things you need in order to boost your income, in order to boost your finances, in order to understand finances better. So again, there's 4 parts, very simple: financial IQ, law of compensation, increase compensation, and circulate money into cash flow. But let's get into what that actually looks like. So there's 2 terms I actually go over when I talk about boosting your financial IQ. The first thing is really, what is money? I think we have a false definition of what money is in this society. And if I were to ask you right now in the comments before I actually talk about it, what is money to you? We'd all say different things. Some of us might say it's this, some say it's that. Some will say it's something you earn, but it's like we all earn different amounts of money. So what is it really? If we were to go back to a time before they had money, like physical currency, what would they use to trade goods? Well, I just gave you the answer. They would trade goods. And the key thing is here, I had a perception and you had a perception on what the goods value was, based on my personal needs, based on my personal desires, and based off your personal needs, and based off your personal desires. So if I wanted my barter to have a good trade, I would want to trade something of equal value, of what I considered equal value. Now, value is subjective. Value just means it's something you desire, you find helpful, you find useful, you find necessary, but it doesn't have to be the same thing for me as it is for you or the next person. So there was this what do you call it, a test done online where a person started selling a pencil. He started trading a pencil and traded his way up to a Lamborghini. And people would ask, how is this even possible? Well, he traded a pencil to somebody who needed a pencil, and then he traded that for something else like an eraser. And he kept going to something else that someone felt valuable, like to a water bottle, to something else, to the next level, right? So what is money really? I'm getting to the point of this, right? To me, money is a contract with an offer for an agreed upon value under a certain time frame. When we go to a job, they give us a contract and they offer us a certain amount of compensation. And we could either accept this or deny this. That compensation is based off the value output we have during that hour. We agree that if we get paid X amount of money an hour, let's say $30 an hour, that if I do this amount of work for $30 an hour, I will get paid in value compensation X amount of money. I will disperse this amount of value in my work ethic to the company. That way they can pay me an exchange of equal value, which is this money. When I go to the store with that $30 and I want to buy a shirt, I'm agreeing that the value of the shirt is equivalent to the money that they're asking for, and I'm going to trade the money I have, aka the time of my life, in order for the shirt to be mine and in my possession. So there's a contract, right? The contract is the receipt. They're offering this price for this shirt. I'm gonna agree or disagree. If I agree, I share this value for this shirt, and then I'll pay for this. So that's the first term. Money has to be rewired in our minds. It's not just money, and it's not just um, what you perceive it as growing up. The next thing is, it's a difference from cash flow. Money, cash flow. Cash flow is how much money circulates with an entity, aka the person, during a set time frame. Call the ambulance. So money, how much money circulates within an entity during a certain time frame. This is cash flow, meaning the minute you get money, what is it doing in your hands? How is it circulating? How is it staying in your possession, and how is it growing in your in your workforce? And I say workforce or your army because that's what money's supposed to do for you. It's supposed to be employed by you. It's supposed to go to work for you. That way it come back and get some friends and then make you more richer. So cash flow is how to do that. All right, so that's part 1, financial terms, financial IQ. Part 2 is law of compensation. And there's 3 parts. Is there a need or want for what you provide? Is there a need or a want for what you provide? If there's no need or want, somebody doesn't need it, somebody doesn't want it, who's paying for it? Nobody. If nobody wants your products, what's the point? Nobody cares about your product. Nobody wants it. Who cares, right? The key is to make somebody care or find a reason to make them feel like it's necessary. That's why some people will go create a problem and then provide a solution, which ties into step two, right? You need to be able to provide a solution for someone's problem. So they have a problem that they're having in life, and you fixed it. People are willing to pay a lot of money for you to fix their problems, a lot of conveniences. So if you can save people time, a lot of people that are rich in their minds, they don't want to save their money. They want to save their time. They want to save all the freedom of time to do whatever they want, when they want, however they want. So if they could pay somebody to save themselves time, they are now going to reward you handsomely. So if you could find a way to save people time, great. Uber did it with taxis. Airbnb did it with hotels. Facebook did it with media or news. Companies that can save you time typically grow. So at the end of the day, you want to solve a problem, and the best problem to solve right now is to solve that concept of saving people time, saving people time, to give them more time to do the things that they want to do, not the things that they don't want to do. Step two of this compensation plan, because that was actually part one, part B. So part A, part B of step one. Step two is actually be the best at providing whatever it is you're providing. So if you're providing a solution and you're providing a need or desire, be the best at it. If I want to get my hair done, don't just give me a basic lineup or basic this. Be the best that you can. Provide above and beyond value. And when you provide above and beyond value, what happens is people want to compensate you more for that. So there's a quote that goes, um, "To he who goes above and beyond in what he's compensated will soon be compensated above and beyond what he's given, whatever he has given." And I'm probably butchering that quote, but the concept is basically that whatever it is you do, if you give above and beyond, it'll be given to you. If you give below average, you're gonna get below average results. So your compensation will be exact proportion to whatever it is you're giving to the marketplace. And then because you're being the best at what you do, step three is to be difficult to replace. And the only way you can focus on being difficult to replace is by being the best at what you do. No one's gonna go to number two if you're number one. They only go to number two when they can't afford you because you've already charged so much for your value. But you're worth it. You've already demanded and marked your place in the value in the realm of the marketplace. So, excuse me, these seasons are kind of getting to me. So, part three is this: increase your compensation. How do we increase compensation? So now we just learned how to get paid. That's the law of compensation. How to get paid. Now we're gonna learn how to increase compensation. How to get paid more money. So if you want more money in less time, you have to provide more value. And the only way to provide more value is to have a high in demand skill, service, or product. To have a high in demand skill, service, or product, you have to provide something that people need or want. Sound familiar, right? So the compensation plan is very simple. In order to get paid, provide something that people need or want. In order to get paid a lot of money, provide something that a lot of people need and want, and not many people are able to deliver. That makes you high in demand. That makes you high in value. That makes you get paid more money in less time. All right, so that was part A of step three. Part B of step three is once you get this money, once you have all this money, whatever your expenses are, cool. Pay your expenses if that's what you want to do. But the real thing you want to do is buy cash flowing assets. You want to invest your income, your excess income, or just all your income into assets. And assets are anything that produce cash flow. Cash flow is anything that's flowing into you in a passive manner, anything that's flowing to you in a consistent stream that turns into a river when they gather together. The more you're able to develop cash flow, the less you have to work for your actual income. If you're able to develop cash flow, then you're able to literally produce a stream of income while you're sleeping or a stream of income while you're working, but it's not going to be as much work as you would have to do for someone who's working actively. Passive income is the key to making sure that your money grows and compounds in ways that are exponential. So that's part 3/part 4. Because part 4 is circulate your money into cash flow. So what you do is you get your income, and instead of paying your assets, instead of paying for your expenses, which means you have no money after you pay your expenses, you have to go work again, do the same exact process you were just doing before. So it's a cycle. It's literally, I get money, I spend money, I get money, I spend money, I get money, I spend money. That's a terrible cycle. You want to break that pattern. What you want to do is you want to make money, put that into a system, something that's called an asset. It produces cash flow that makes more money, and that allows you to pay your expenses while still having money excess. So that's a system that grows and compounds exponentially. There's money being made, money being earned. It buys an asset. That asset produces more money. It goes back over here, and then you're able to pay your expenses. Make sense? Why would you go into a system that doesn't circulate around itself again? You want your money to pool together, right, from all different areas, and then take care of paying whatever it needs to pay. So, like, we have a dam. You guys know what a dam is, where what beavers build in order to store water. What they're doing is they're building a system where they can use that money or use that water in order for it to flow in a manner where they can literally enjoy their own habitat, their own ecosystem. Your goal is to stand in the river, build a dam, and allow that money to flow to you, that river to flow to you. Same process. So, in order for this to happen, follow this blueprint. Learn a financial IQ, what money is and what cash flow is. Understand law of compensation, increase your compensation, and then circulate your compensation into a cash flow system. That's how you're going to boost your money and get out of the 9 to 5 rat race. So if you're tired of working all the time, this is the blueprint. Study this information. And this is just the basics, right? So take it with however you want to. This is also advanced for some people, but whatever you want to go with, that's up to you. Everyone's at different levels of understanding when it comes to this financial game and when it comes to anything in life. We're all constantly learning in a spiral, revisiting information with new awareness. So, if you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment below what you like specifically, and subscribe so you get more notifications in the future. If you don't like this channel, let me know in the comments down below why you don't like this channel and what I could do to improve it. As always, stay blessed and stay beautiful. Peace.